Hello everyone, it's a Wario! Wah! Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to probably the best Wario Land ever made. Okay, that's a little bit over-exaggerated. But I think it is at least the most unique of all of the Wario Land games. We do have the Let's Play of Wario Land 3 at least. Technically the fourth Wario Land game that I'm covering, since I've also covered Virtual Boy Wario Land. But also still not the last. It is going to be the last one on the Game Boy Color, but after this there are still 2 more Wario Lands to cover. Like I said, one of the more unique Wario Land games. Unlike the first couple of Wario Land games, which were basically still platformers in the biggest sense, this game, of course, also still is a platformer. It is heavily influenced by how Wario Land 2 actually worked, but Wario Land 3 is most of all unique because it is also a metroidvania. If you like metroidvanias, yeah, Wario Land 3 is indeed one of them. It is a metroidvania. And the way it will work, we will actually see the moment we start playing it. I must also admit it is actually the final Wario Land game that I actually owned. I even owned Wario Land Shake It before this one. Actually had to pick this one up later. But the moment I still did, I definitely never regretted it, because it is definitely a very interesting game to play. You may not know this of me by this point, because of me not playing a whole lot of them yet, but I am indeed a very big fan of Metroidvanias, so... This game I definitely really enjoyed playing. Similar to how Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is one of my favorite Kirby games to play, because of that game also being a Metroidvania. And in the Kirby series it is of course also not very frequent for a game to be a Metroidvania. But enough about Kirby, we are playing Wario. Wario is once again looking for treasure. And the treasure is this time around going to be found in special ways. The game will actually give you an option to play in English or Japanese. I think neither of them is going to be a problem for me, but for you guys I think I'll keep things simple and actually put it on English. It's already hard enough for me to actually talk English, so... In the opening cutscene we saw Wario flying around in a plane, looking for treasure. But he crashed. And where did he crash? In a spot where he can actually... Of course, start looking for treasure. What else did you expect of him? And what do we have here? This might be worth $1 or $2. Oh. It also seems to be magical. And transports Wario into the world of this toy box. And of course he immediately falls asleep. Hey, where am I? Oh, hello. Figure in the dark. A hidden figure. Are you aware, Wario? This world is in the music box you were peering into. I was the god that protected this world. But one day, a wicked being sealed away my power and took control of this world. Wario. I want you to find the 5 music boxes needed to break the hidden seal and recover my powers. Music boxes, okay. If you find them, I will send you back to your own world. Also sounds like a fair plan. Of course, all the treasure that you find is yours to keep. Hell yeah. Will you help me? Well, you already got me with treasure, so... That is something I don't have to think about. Okie dokie. We are on the lookout for 5 music boxes here in this world. And looking the opening cutscene will actually open up the first stage. The temple we can always go back to in order to talk to our little hidden figure. The god of this world, you might say. But there's nothing really we can do until we actually find music boxes. And those we can find on this world map. Look at the compass at the top of the screen and you will see we are at the north section of this world. And every single section will have multiple stages to do. Right now, only the temple and the first stage are going to be unlocked. But the more treasure we find, the more stages we will actually unlock. And like I said, this game will actually function as a metroidvania. Every single treasure that we find will in some way unlock new things in stages or even unlock completely new stages. For right now, that is no concern of us. Since we only have one stage, which is called North 1 Out of the Woods. A simple wood stage, you might say. Control-wise, this game is actually very similar to Wario Land 2, with the exception of a few things. As you might notice, we do not have the ground pound anymore. Or must I say, we don't have it yet. You can also see it in our charge move. We are able to charge, but not fully. We can only charge through one cracked block at a time, and then we are already stopped again. From Wario Land 2, you might also remember we're able to pick up enemies, and that is also a feature that seems to be missing. Even though there are enemy blocks up there, as you can see. It should be something we should be able to do, but we cannot. And that is also going to be a part of the metroidvania in this game. Here we see a toad. That's actually preventing us from going down here. But of course, if we're not able to ground pound, there's nothing we can do about that. Let's go check out this door. We actually find a body of water. And also find out swimming is also something we cannot do in this game. Wario can float on the surface of the water, but we cannot dive. So even though at first glance this game might look like Wario Land 2, but there's also a lot of things different. Most of all, moves missing. Oh yeah, and as you can see, getting hit in this game will also result in special actions for Wario. There's once again no health bar in this game, or life system. You cannot die in this game, but you can still get hindered by enemies. And luckily, unlike Wario Land 2, we're not able to lose coins anymore in this game. The collecting of coins is a bit downgraded in this game, but it actually gets replaced by something else. The key and chest system. For every single stage we need to find a key. And then find the chest it actually belongs to, which is going to be by the same color, so... Should be easy to find. Especially in this very first stage. So now if we continue in the stage, we should find a grey chest. And that will also function as the end of the stage. Oh yeah, here we have a musical coin. More about those later. There's also a green key up there, as you can see. Kinda giving away there's no one exit in this stage. There's at least 2 of them. There's a different colored key is going to be present here. Oh, dang it. Yeah, getting hit by caterpillars in this game will turn you into Yarn Wario. There's a special action where you will continuously start rolling, as you can see. Until you have bumped into enough walls. And then you will turn back to normal again. But in this case we don't want it to happen, because it will catapult us out of the room again. And this is what we want, the grey chest. After finding the grey key. Giving us the first treasure of this game. An axe. And as the Metroidvania aspect of this game actually suggests, we are of course going to use that axe in order to unlock the next stage. On the clear screen you can also see there's going to be 4 chests to find here in this stage. Our total coin amount is also displayed, and the number of music boxes that we have found. Of course, right now, still 0. We've collected 1 musical coin during this stage. You can only get the reward for this if you collect all 8 of them in one go. Well, that's something we are not able to do yet. But we are able to use the axe that we just found. And with that we will actually cut one of the trees in this forest. And that will give us access to stage number 2. But also stage number 3. I hope you can already see how this works. next aspect of this game. As you can see, there's also a day and night system in this game. After completing a stage, day will turn into night and night will turn into day. Some of the stages you can actually not do during the daytime or during the nighttime. And that aspect in this game is also going to be important. Some of the chests you cannot get in one of the two. For this one, that is not going to be a problem. The first chest we're going after in the peaceful village we can get during day and night. So, not a problem right now. Even though the stage does actually change up. There's going to be different types of enemies in the day and the night. There's going to be cook enemies that can turn us into fat Wario during the day. And during the night, the place is going to be overrun by zombies. I'm actually surprised we did not see one yet. Oh, there's one. Works the same as in Wario Land 2 zombie. Simply step into the light to cancel it. There's also a benefit, of course, still. You're able to fall through semi-solid platforms, but right now we don't want that, so... We're going to ignore the zombies. And find ourselves the great chest in this place. Which is always going to be the first one. In order to get the key, we need to make ourselves a zombie Wario. Either here or a bit further. But there's a zombie here right now, so let's use this one. And actually make use of the benefit of zombie Wario. These semi-solid platforms over here. The grey key is actually through them. And for right now, because of missing our trusty ground pound move, this is the only way to get it. Now, let's go find ourselves some light. And keep on going. Next step, the great chest. These enemies can of course change you into Flame Wario. Something we don't want right now. That is going to be used for the first time a little bit later. At least in a practical sense. Not yet, sir. And here is the second great chest of this game for N2, the Peaceful Village. Bling! Eureka! And our reward is the blue stone tablet. As you might see by the way it looks, and this is actually a part of 2. This is an item we're not able to use just as this one item. Some items we actually receive will require multiple before they actually get their use. This blue stone tablet is just half of what we need. But conveniently enough, the second half is something we can find in the next stage. It will turn back into daytime, but for us that does not matter. This is going to be another treasure we can get either way. N3, the third stage of the northern quadrant, is called the Vast Plain. And the great chest here is going to get us the second stone tablet. Here we have a new type of Wario element. I think you can guess how this one works. We are blinded. This usually goes away by its own at some point. As you can see, at some point this ghost enemy will fall off you. At the moment it covers your eyes, you're not able to see. That's pretty much how that enemy works. For now, of course, we are not interested. I don't think we're ever going to be interested, but still. Oh, here's another new type of special ability. The moment you find these professor dudes carrying their potions, we know it is time for Invisible Wario, especially since these doors will close the moment they see us. Make sure to grab these potions, and you're not able to see us anymore. And therefore, this gate also gets fooled. The only way to actually get past it. In this case, required, therefore. Let's make sure to make these jumps correctly. Sometimes you will blink, actually giving away where you are a bit. And make sure to keep your invisibility until you get past the gate, which is after the grey chest. And get yourself the grey key. Of course, we are not able to open up the chest the moment we are invisible. First we need to find a way to actually get rid of it. The easiest way is to make sure you go through a pipe. As you can see to the left over here is a pipe, and the moment you go through it, you will exit the pipe as regular Wario again. So now we need to make our way back to the chest. Make sure not to get killed by these enemies. And that already makes 3. Barely 15 minutes into the video. Of course, also did the introduction in this video, and still, we're already getting some progress done. Treasure number 3. The green stone tablet. The second half that actually belongs to the blue stone tablet. And that will actually activate the next action on the overworld. Bling! Hey, it fits. How convenient. That will open up a door, apparently. Right into this mountain over here. And it seems that is actually our route towards the next quadrant. West 1, Desert Plains unlocks. How nice of the game. First episode and already World 2. But of course, this is a Metroidvania, so reaching World 2 this early does not mean a whole lot, you might say. Time for us to get the great chest in West 1 already. Looking at my time, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the final thing we're going to do in this first episode. But for this we still have time at least. Not sure if there's something for me to get over here, I don't think so actually. Just a musical coin, I think. During the day this part is going to be blocked off, and the scent will actually be a bit higher in this part. But just like all of the other stages so far, getting all 8 of them will require us to have all of the power-ups in this game, so... For now we're going to ignore that. In order to get ourselves the great chest, we want to go to the left over here. And then we can find out during nighttime. This place is actually going to be opened up. As you can see, there's a moon block over here. During the daytime, this one is going to be lower, and therefore inaccessible. Allow me to actually show you the other side quickly, so you can kind of see how it works. Here we have a sun block. And it is fully lowered during nighttime, and therefore not being able to get to the right side of this room. That's pretty much how this works. But for the great chest we want it to be nighttime, because we need to go left. Oh, thank you. Barely had the chance to actually react to that, sir. The return of Fat Wario. That is of course a special ability that we already know from the second game. It's also present in this one again. Right now, not required. These guys we want to ignore if we can. And their donuts. Oh, this is actually the red key I see. Well, no matter, we're also able to get that one already. I of course want to go for the grey one first in pretty much every single stage. It's officially the first key to get in every single stage. But sometimes you can also get another one if you already have the required abilities. Kind of forgot about that. During nighttime we actually get access to the red section and not the grey one. The grey one is actually one on the right. But in this case it does not matter, because we can actually get both of them already. Then I'll simply get the grey chest next time. Because then it will turn into daytime again. Oh, be careful with these enemies. These enemies can actually turn you into Split Wario if they hit you. Making you fall off the ladder, of course. Looks like this. Interesting special ability. Here we have the return of Yarn Wario. Once again, something we don't want. I think we want to go up here. And of course not all the way up here, because this block we cannot crack. Oh, no, that's a solid wall. In that case, let's continue this way. Yeah, that's how we get here. And there is the red chest. Like promised, also accessible already, so it does not matter if it did not turn out to be the grey one. In this case, the red one. But what will it hold? The first part of a scroll. And that is indeed the whole reason why it does not matter if you pick this one or the grey one first. The grey one is going to have the other half. It's going to be half a scroll. First half in the grey chest and the second half in the red chest. Depending on whether you go here during day or nighttime determines which one you're going to get first. But eventually you need to get both of them anyway. Looking at my time, we're going to reach 20 minutes pretty soon. So for now, this is going to be it. Thank you all for watching the introduction to Wario Land 3, the Metroidvania of the family, you might say. A very fun and interesting game to play. Next time, we are going to go into Desert Ruins again during daytime and pick up the grey chest and see what it will unlock. Thank you all for watching, and Treecks out. See you in the next one.